Here in central Alabama, people are reflecting on the many accomplishments of the 39th president.
WVTM 13's Chip Scarborough is live in Birmingham to explain the lasting impact President Carter has had here. Chip?
Sherry and Guy, President Jimmy Carter is described as someone who wasn't afraid to speak up on the issue of civil rights in the 1970s. He even appointed Alabama's only 2 black federal judges. President Jimmy Carter is receiving hospice care at his home in Plains, Georgia, as he spends time with family and those he's closest to. Former U.S. Senator Doug Jones was a Senate staffer for Senator Howell Heflin during the Carter presidency.
Although he's remembered most for his post-presidency, I think people need to go back and look at the history that he had as president and also as governor. You know, for so many, he was an inspiration of a New South governor.
Jones says President Carter turned the page on Jim Crow and civil rights in the South, leading the nation into a period of reconciliation.
Jimmy Carter practiced what he preached. He is a man of devout faith, but he practiced that religion in his public life by treating everyone with dignity, respect, and appointing. He was, you know, Carter is the president who appointed the first 2 African-American federal judges in Alabama.
One of those being Judge U.W. Clement, who was appointed to the United States District Court for the Northern District of Alabama in 1980, paving the way for him to serve for nearly 3 decades.
In my view, President Carter is the greatest ex-president this nation has ever known, because he did, I think, for mankind, much more after he left the presidency than he did as president. His Habitat for Humanity has benefited millions of people.
Jones says Carter was an inspiration for young lawyers like himself at the time by speaking a language of inclusiveness and equality. And of course, President Carter only continued serving as an inspiration long after he left the White House.
Look, he set the tone now for ex-presidents to continue to do good works, to not just give speeches and be on boards, but to do good works and to be hands-on in doing those good works. President Clinton, President Bush, others that have done the same thing.
And Jones says President Carter has visited Birmingham several times over the years, and Jones has been able to spend time with him on those occasions. He says President Carter has always been someone who's been very approachable. Live in Birmingham, Chip Scarborough, WVTM 13.